Hello, dear ladies and gentlemen, dear participants. We congratulate you with the National Day of Book and the Day of the Librarian in Kazakhstan, and we welcome you at this international online webinar. And first we have Mastura Muhammad, Director of the Corporation of Public Libraries of Selangor State in Malaysia. The floor is yours.
Okay. Hello everyone. My name is Mastura. I'm from Selangor, Malaysia. Right now I'm at the office, and thank you for inviting me today. Such a pleasure to be with all of you for this particular day. First of all, I would like to extend my huge compliment to the organizer, Almaty Libraries, for hosting this fantastic Kitab Hack program. It's such a wonderful program and very creative. I still remember when I went to Kazakhstan last year in August, attending the IFLA conference. It's such a beautiful place, and one thing that I really want to highlight here, the standout of our visit to the Almaty Libraries. I was immensely impressed by your commitment that Almaty Libraries introduced the 24-hour services. My warmest congratulations on this initiative. It serves a true inspiration for the global library community. We also in Selangor are trying to find a way that we can do the same thing. So you guys should be proud of Almaty Libraries. Thank you. So even though we are meeting virtually today, it's truly inspiring to get a glimpse of the experience and creative initiative being shared from the different corners of the globe. Your efforts in bringing us all together through technology is truly commendable. Is it okay with this piece for you to translate to Kazakhstan? I hope you can understand English or Kazakhstan. Okay, speaking about global connection, I'm excited to share that earlier today, around this morning in Malaysia's time, around 10 a.m., we successfully organized our Let's Read Together for 10 minutes. Okay, this is our library, Raja Tanuddin Library in Shah Alam. This is the program. This is our library in Shah Alam. I hope all of you one day can come to Selangor, Malaysia to visit our library. We welcome all of you to come. And we just organized a program, Let's Read Together for 10 minutes. Kenapa bahasa Inggeris ada? Let's Read Together for 10 minutes. Maybe you can see in English, this is in bahasa. We call it as a Jom Baca Bersama for 10 minutes. It means that let's read together for 10 minutes. This program actually we inspired from the Earth Hour, as everybody can remember. Last time Earth Hour were around 8:30 p.m. All of us switch off the lights because of the ozone, to reduce our ozone, to save our energy. And same like this, we did the World Book Day, Copyright Day. So we use the same concept that when start at 11 a.m. to 11:10 a.m., about 10 minutes, that all of us stop. If let's say we are doing meeting, or we do the cooking, or we do the shopping, whatever, we just stop, take one book and read. Set the message that we want to give to all our participants, all our children, our family and friends, and our colleagues at the office, that at 11 a.m. we just stop and read for 10 minutes. So hopefully this will give a very clear message to all of us in this world that how important is reading. So we have done this program since 2014. We started first in 2010, then after that we managed to convince all other 13 states to together and continue this Let's Read Together for 10 minutes break for us to show to the whole Malaysia people how important is reading. So basically we want to encourage our young generation instill reading in our own home. So basically after 2014 we started, and 2015 this program become national program. It means that including the National Library of Malaysia. So for the first one that we did, we managed to gather 15,271. This is all the state library, 14 state library plus one national library, totals 15 state library and national library. Together we organize so that all the people in each state stop at 11 a.m. and do the reading for 10 minutes. Even though it only takes about 10 minutes, but it's a small effort, small investment, but bring a good impact. We started this in 2014. This is our 13th year, and so far we managed to gather about 64 million all together during that particular day, on the World Book Day. So in Selangor, what we did, that we transformed the library. We aimed that the library become the national building agent. So how we're going to transform the society is how we're going to transform the library first. So the library has to be friendly, just like when I saw the Almaty Libraries in plus the National Library with all the good collection and all that. So I'm really impressed. So I think that if we want to transform society, we have to transform the library first. First the services, the environment, and the collection of the books, and the program that will help our children, our young people, our elderly, our siblings or our friends to change. So this is okay. Sorry, now my team show all the information. Sometimes why we show this to our stakeholder, all the information, this is the effort that the library did. You don't have to spend so much of money, but we just take that all the schools, all the agencies, all the private sector, the office, we just tell them, please at this day, on the 23rd of April, the World Book Day, at 11 a.m. everybody stop. So this is the state, as you can see, the first one is Perlis, Kuala Lumpur, Penang, all the 14 states. So total for in 2025, we managed to get 13 million people to stop and just read for that 10 minutes. So this is what the slide show about. Okay, next. So this is what we did. That is in Bahasa, Jom Baca Bersama 10 minutes. So this partly of the photos that we can share to you. This is in our headquarters library. So for that 10 minutes, you're going to have a good time by reading any books that you like. And today we just give any book, whoever choose that book, they can bring it back to their house as a gift from us. Okay. Then maybe another one that I would like to share is that when we did this, we even get our chief minister to do the campaign together with all the other politicians and also the top government official, so that they can understand what actually we're trying to do. So the message is that our children will see how the mother, the father, the sibling hold the books, and also their teachers, their schoolmates, so that then only they will get the message that how important is reading. So I hope whatever that with I share this thing, that maybe you, all of you who are watching here, also can apply at your country. And we also would like to congratulate to what you have done for this Kitab Hack. Maybe we also can learn from you how you organize it. So maybe we don't have to fly, since with our condition of this world, what we are. That's all. So it's wonderful to carry this program, and congratulations from me, and thank you for inviting us to join this program through Kitab Hack. And before I end this presentation, maybe I just want to share a 2-minute video clip regarding about Let's Read Together for 10 minutes. So maybe the admin.
Okay, so buku yang saya baca sekarang ni adalah berkisahkan tentang banduan yang masuk dekat dalam penjara Pudu lah.
Komik. Tadi baca buku Candy Jam.
Saya suka buku yang tidak berapa berat, mengisi masa lapang saya selepas bersara.
Macam buku sejarah, persahabatan, lawan-lawan pun suka juga. Cerita dengan novel komik.
Untuk menghilangkan rasa bosan dan untuk menjana otak saya daripada tak membaca langsung kan, nanti saya langsung tak berfikir.
So buku tu memang boleh imagine lah betul kita dekat dalam buku tu and menghayati watak-watak tu.
Kempen Jom Baca Bersama 10 Minit, inisiatif ini telah dimulakan pada tahun 2014. Kempen ini pada asalnya bertujuan untuk menggerakkan aktiviti membaca serentak untuk satu Malaysia.
Kenapa baca dan bahagia? Okey, baca dan bahagia ni, jika sekarang anda merasakan jiwa anda lelah, letih dan lesu, carilah perkataan yang positif, perkataan yang baik di dalam sebuah buku.
Pembacaan melestarikan perpaduan. Seperti yang kita sedia maklum, kita hidup dalam Malaysia yang mempunyai pelbagai kaum, pelbagai adat resam dan juga budaya masing-masing, dan melalui pembacaan lah kita dapat mengenali rakan-rakan kita yang sama-sama tinggal di Malaysia ini dengan lebih dekat lagi, dan adalah menjadi tanggungjawab kita untuk kita sama-sama menjaga keharmonian, kerana Malaysia ini adalah sebuah negara yang kaya dan harmoni, dan tanggungjawab kita adalah untuk sama-sama mempertahankan keharmonian yang telah ada, kerana di mana bumi dipijak, di situ langit dijunjung.
Jom baca bersama 10 minit.
So that's a bit of what we share about the video. So thank you very much. If any question you want to ask, you can ask. Thank you very much.
My name is Anders Söderbeck, and I work as a strategy officer at the National Library of Sweden. And first, I would like to thank you for inviting me to this day, and also to congratulate you on the National Book Day and National Librarians Day. Today is National Book Day in Sweden as well, and the government just presented a new reading strategy in Sweden, which I look forward to using and being a part of. But this is not a Librarians Day in Sweden, so I would like to say how inspiring that is to see that you also recognize the libraries as part of your reading services. I will give you a brief overview about what is happening in Sweden and the current state of digital library services. And let's see if I can share a screen with you. I will try. Yes, this seems to work, I hope. You can see the National Library in the background here. And I will just tell you a little bit about our National Library. The National Library of Sweden was established in 1661, almost 400 years ago, as a place for legal deposit of printed material. The Swedish king wanted control of his subjects, so he wanted everything that was published in Sweden to be stored at the National Library. Since 1979, we have legal deposits of sound, moving images, and video games. And since 2012, also legal deposits of electronic content and Swedish electronic publishing. Since 1977, the National Library has been responsible for the National Union Library Catalogue, which is called Libris. And since 1996, we're also responsible for a licensing consortia for publishing in research and higher education and negotiate licenses with the big international publishers for Swedish universities. We have an analytics service for Swedish research publications called SweepHub, and since 2011 we are also responsible for the official library statistics in Sweden and an overview of the entire Swedish library sector, both academic libraries and public and municipal libraries. In 2019, we established an AI workshop, an AI lab called KB Lab. It's a research infrastructure for large-scale analysis used in the digital humanities and the social sciences. And it's based on the content that is stored at the National Library, which we are trying to digitize as much as possible. You can read more about us at kb.se/eng in English. Libris, the National Union Catalogue, was actually established in 1972 among academic libraries, and in 1977 the National Library took responsibility for coordination and the technical maintenance, which also means that we are the central place, the central coordinating agency for Swedish libraries. Since 1997, Libris is freely available on the web, libris.kb.se. In 2001, Sweden moved from the Swedish MARC format to MARC 21, and in 2018, we moved from MARC 21 to BibFrame as a cataloging and metadata format. And this summer, we will release a new web search interface for Libris. You can see the beta version on the screen to the right here, and we look forward to having that released. In Swedish libraries, we can see a difference between academic libraries and public libraries in what kind of systems they use. Among the academic libraries, the big backend system for lending and handling electronic content are Alma from now Clarivate Systems, which is an American company. Folio is an open source service, but also provided by EBSCO Information Services. And COA as an open source system is very common among academic libraries. And as front ends or discovery services, they usually use Primo from Clarivate or the EBSCO Discovery Services or ViewFind as an open source solution. The public libraries use often different systems in backends. Axiell is a big systems provider in Sweden. It's a Swedish company. Their new system is called Curia, and the old is called Bookit. And most libraries are switching from Bookit to Curia. A few libraries use this Sierra from Innovative Information Systems, also an American company, or Cicero from Systematic, which is a Danish company. And COA as an open source system is big among public libraries as well. And they usually use Arena, which is a front-end or discovery service provided by Axiell, or ViewFind, or the native COA search interface. The drivers of change among academic libraries and what forces us to develop our services. There are big policy changes in Europe and Sweden right now. A lot of focus on preparedness. You see the world are unfortunately becoming a more insecure place. You can see the conflict is in both Iran and Ukraine, and also in Asia, Africa, the Americas. So we are looking a lot about how are we to be prepared for a more insecure world. Data protection is big in Europe. Who has access to data and who shall not have access? So we have from both EU and the Swedish government a lot of focus on sovereignty and control over our services. The European Union also has the research and innovation policies, which are very important for the academic libraries. We have the European Union Accessibility Act, which says that every citizen in Europe shall be able to access information resources in a format that is accessible for them, even if they have reading disabilities or have to listen to books. It should be accessible for them. And in Sweden, we have something called ENA, which is a roadmap for Swedish digital infrastructure, which we have to follow. We see some technical drivers. Of course, digitization and AI is talked about a lot, and we have this AI lab at the National Library, which has become an important part of Swedish governmental strategy. But we also have a lot of budgetary constraints among Swedish libraries. We have to focus on how can we save money, what everyone has less resources, which means a lot of focus on automation, but also on cooperation between libraries. Can they develop common services? Can they work together to save money? So that's what's driving change in Swedish libraries. And in general, we see that both the focus on preparedness and data protection, that means a lot of focus on European service providers and European data centers. In the past, we have been using a lot of services from the United States, which we are currently moving away from. And this also means that a lot of libraries are moving to open source solutions because they can be used locally, they can be maintained on European services, European server clouds. Among the academic libraries, about 95 to 99% of the collections are currently digital. And open access to research publications and also open science, open data is very important in the European research strategy and important for the academic libraries. And this means that they have to save on how they are working with and storing physical collections. So they are currently working a lot with common collection development policies. How can they distribute responsibility for the physical collections? Do they have to be stored at every library or can they be stored at the central storage facility and maybe digitized and provided digitally? Among public libraries, we see that the very small municipalities in Sweden have a very little funding, very little money. So they have to cooperate with each other, which means that they form cooperation clusters. Usually a big city, a big municipality is coordinating cooperation with the smaller municipalities around them. Physical books are still very important for the public libraries, but they are working a lot with logistics and how can books be moved between libraries in an efficient way. And we have a Danish company called Lyngsa, which has recently launched a new logistics systems for libraries called IMMS, or International Material Management System. I think it's also used in at least Singapore and some US libraries. And a lot of Swedish public libraries are looking at that. And we currently also have a national initiative for digital books and providing digital books for every citizen in Sweden. That initiative is coordinated by us at the National Library, and we are to report it to the government by the end of this year. What will happen in the future? The very big thing for us, and not only for libraries, but in Sweden and Europe in general, is that we have come to realize how dependent we have been on American services and American infrastructure. In Sweden, lots of library systems that have been used have been developed by American companies, and they have been deployed on American servers. And for data protection, we have to move everything to Europe. We have also realized that we have been dependent on, say, the Dewey Decimal Classification System, the Library of Congress subject headings, PubMed as the infrastructure for searching medical research publications. So everything is moving to Europe. It's huge, and it will affect us for many of the years to come, which is very interesting because we see in Sweden at least a lot of focus on the Swedish language, and can we maintain Swedish as an academic library? We have to teach children to read in Swedish, but Sweden is also a very international country. We have a big Arabic-speaking population in Sweden. We have big Chinese-speaking or Persian-speaking people in Sweden. So we still have to work with internationalization of our library collections and how we are to work with different languages while still focusing on Swedish. So I don't know how that will turn out. We are currently trying to do both on a limited funding, and it's difficult. We also see what seems to be a divergence between the academic libraries and public libraries. The academic libraries are working with digital content, often with open access. A lot of it is published in English, while the public libraries are working with physical books. different Swedish publishers or international publishers of printed books. So I think that they are moving in different directions, but I don't know what the result of that will be. We are currently looking a lot on can we use AI as a source of cataloging to save money or to make it better. So we have a project at the National Library called Ordo. It's a pilot project for AI-based classification and for subject headings. And that is also something we will be working on this year. So we will probably be happy to report that back to you next year if you have another conference or another GitHub hack. And we're also looking at AI search interfaces, what servers or what infrastructures needs for AI agents or for other services to talk to the library collections and use them for AI-based search. And that's what we are doing currently. And I hope that will be an inspiration to you and for your further work today. And I would like to thank you once again for inviting me. And it's always so interesting to talk with other libraries around the world and learn about what you are doing. Thank you very much.
Келесі Түркияның кітапханалар және баспа қызметі бас басқармасының халықаралық байланыстар департаментінің жетекшісі Мерве Явуздемир ханымға сөз кезегін берсек.
Good morning, distinguished colleagues. My name is Merve Yavuzdemir. I'm the head of Foreign Relations Department in the Directorate General for Libraries and Publications. And it's great honor to represent my directorate, and I would like to sincere thanks to Almaty Libraries for bringing us together on this meaningful occasion, celebrating both the Librarians Day and the World Book Day. The seminar framework also emphasized modern information system, AI, automation, and service innovation in libraries, which makes the exchange especially relevant. Today, I would like to share not only what we do in Turkey, but also how we think about the future of libraries as an intelligent, inclusive, and human-centered public ecosystem. Turkey, as a Directorate General for Libraries and Publication, operates a large, diverse public library ecosystem. We have more than 1,300 public libraries, including children libraries, specialized thematic libraries. Also, we have 78 mobile libraries. So we have in each city we have mobile libraries. This scale allows us to think not only locally but systematically. Our system is built on a unified membership model where all services are free and accessible nationwide. What we see here is not just the growth in numbers, it's growth public engagements with knowledge. Let me begin what happens in our public libraries first. We implement self-service systems to reduce staff workload and increase user autonomy. This is about shifting from self-centered service to user-centered experience. And also, we use AI-powered robotic systems. These robots guide users, answer questions, and support internal operation. This is the technology meets everyday
My name is Bill
libraries.
Knowledge in Turkish. I am an AI-powered library robot from the Rami Library in Turkey, the largest public library in the country. I assist users with reference services, catalog searches, event information, and registrations.
Hello, everyone.
And this is another. Sorry.
Hello, everyone. We are currently at the Istanbul Rami Library.
This is another project, the Smart Book Platform. We support the initiatives to improve the library innovation, and Smart Book program is one of them. It is multidimensional learn. It provide multidimensional learning space. It can listen, you can read and interact with the authors, even they are not in life now. And accessibility is at the core of our model. We provide screen reader, braille displays, OCR technologies to ensure the access knowledge is independent and inclusive in our all public libraries. And this is another new project for another innovation team. This is a navigation system for visually impaired user. We use it in our public libraries and also the National Library because true accessibility mean not only entering the library but moving freely within it. So it's help for visually impaired people to navigate in the library. Also, we have a national digital library. We created digital twins of our national library and installed 100 station in our public libraries. It provides equal access to rare collection across the country, and it bridged the geographical and informational gaps. In different cities, they don't need to come to the capital city for research in National Library. They can go their public library and use the National Digital Library Station to reach our national libraries. But our services do not stop at the building, of course. We have talking library system for visually impaired people, and more than 7,000 audiobooks produced by volunteers, and also we start to use AI also. And we have the ebook platform. They are all free of charge to all people live in Turkey. With ebook station, people can reach more than 5,000 ebook, as I say, free of charge. Also, this is another supported innovation project, Book Plus project. It is support children with hearing impaired, and as you can see, there's a sign language supported picture books here. And we have an active library system. Through this platform, user can search, reserve, and manage their library experiences remotely. We moved from physical access to continuous access. And as you can see, this is our National Library, and our Directorate General building is also there. And we use this building as an incubator center for both the National Library and also public library. In the center, emerging technologies, digital transformation, and digital services are tested, scaled, and implemented nationwide. For example, we also have a AI project, and we try to use AI for service optimization, user experience, and collection development. Because over the past 3 years, our transformation has followed a clear path. In 2024, we focused on AI support smart libraries. After that, last year, we moved towards the generative libraries, libraries that produce knowledge, enable interaction. And this year, our vision has evolved the healing libraries. For us, this is not a shift from the technology, it is human-centered technology. We called Library 5.0. So we try to combine technology, inclusion, and creativity, and also care for our citizen. And we use Koha automation system for all our public libraries. So we are large Koha implementation, one of the largest Koha implementation in world. And coming year, we will host the KohaCon 2027. And I want to invite all of you to the KohaCon because we also have a hackathon focused on the Koha automation system at that time. And we are really happy to be this event because we also believe that the crowdsourced solution, we arrange ideathons. Our, we strongly believe in co-creation through our ideathons. Librarians, young innovators come together and build some solution. We support, we give a grant to winner, and even the result, if it is useful for our services, we also provide grants or support to project to make our services more valuable to our citizens. And past 3 years, we start a new initiative. It is called the International Library and Technology Festival. We did the third time in this year. Our library week is at the end of the March, the beginning of the April. So we do this event in the beginning of the April. So different library professions come to the Istanbul Rami Library. We make panel workshops, international workshops, and seminars. And we have also the booth for technology companies, and they come together and think together for library, and they innovate for libraries after the this festival. And before end my presentation, I want to show a little bit about this year's festival. This is the Rami Library.
Düzenliyoruz Rami Kütüphanesi'nde. Kütüphane
He
ve
is
teknoloji
our
projeleri hem
general
ulusal düzeyde hem
director.
uluslararası düzeyde ciddi oranda ilgi gören etkinliklerimizden bir tanesi.
We have an academic panel, we have an institutional panel, and also we have colleagues from different countries. This is the booth from different companies. You can in this festival, you can follow up the latest technological innovation in terms of libraries. And so I again invite you all to the Rami Library for next year International Library and Technology Festival. And thank you for listening me. If we have any further question, and we are really like to collaborate with you all, please keep in touch. Thank you so much.
Құрметті Мерве ханымға өзіміздің алғысымызды білдіре отырып, келесі сөз кезегін Азербайжан ұлттық ғылым академиясының орталық ғылыми кітапханасының цифрландыру, инновациялар және электрондық қызметтер жөніндегі директорының орынбасары Гулиев Арудж Ислам оғылға береміз.
The Central Scientific Library has updated its services and adapted them to the digital challenges. It is headed by Hussein Husseinov, and during his management, the library activity were adapted to the modern scientific support, and some steps were made to expand digital transformation. In September 2024, with the participation of the National Academy President, a redesigned website and updated e-library were launched. In July 2025, an improved version of the e-library with expanded functionality was introduced. Users can now access services remotely at any time, without being in the library, and that provides flexibility in our modern era. For the last 2 years, the official website of our library was fully redesigned and adapted to modern requirements. And the libraries can use systematic information on the history of the library's governance and collections, and at the same time there is full description of the services that are provided online. Also, the corporate information is required for librarians in MARC formats and UGC classification tools that they can use in their daily So these functions were first implemented in the Central Scientific Library with the strategy of the AI for 2025 in Azerbaijan, which was approved by the President Ilham Aliyev. First, in the library service, AI was introduced when forming electronic library. In this context, the voice-based search has been implemented based on AI, and there is innovation model for service which provides more operative access to resources. At the same time, research is underway on AI-based automatic classification. At the same time, AI is being explored for inclusive services in order to expand inclusive library services. Users have interest to the scientific materials in AI. In order to satisfy this demand, access was provided to international full-scale databases and scientific journals. Open access was provided. The library provides e-library, e-catalog, e-projects, exhibitions, audio materials, references, electronic journals, electronic bibliographies, and international and materials. We provide access to the international scientific resources. The site has links to 300 major libraries and 60 international databases. Thus, users can search in different scientific areas, read articles, and collect information for their research. In the digital projects, we are trying to preserve our national heritage in a digital environment and provide this to the public. It's important of Zarifa Aliyev academician and Samad Vorgun and Vahad Zadeh, our national writers. Also, we have virtual exhibitions which cover topics such as Haidar Aliyev, Khojaly genocide, natural culture and history. This library provides not only access to books and special publications, but also direct access to different scientific databases. The access was provided to 50 full-scale databases having big content of documents. Also, patents and innovation services are available. In order to digitize our collections in the branches, we started corporate electronic information system, which allows each library to catalog their digital resources, add data to their database in a convenient form, protect it, and provide operative access to these resources. As of now, for the digital library, more than 55,000 of textual books have been prepared. Talking about electronic catalog, the number of its resources has reached 805,000. As we introduce new scanning machines that have been purchased last year, one of the innovative services which was implemented in our library is an opportunity for the library serves provided by the info cabins to the users, where the users do not have to ask for the help of a librarian, and they can determine whether the book has this fund or not. So if the information service is available, then they can order this material successfully and conveniently. This approach is raising the efficiency of library services and customer satisfaction. The readers can get answer to any question directly by connecting to the librarian. One of the bright indicators of the library's participation is that there are different events conducted. And these events conducted scientific and cultural programs, they show that the library is forming intellectual environment for the scientific environment. And that's why the library demonstrates that it not only keeps its traditions, but is flexible to react to the challenges. And that improves the model of open service and forms a strategic activity for the future. So thus, Central Scientific Library of Azerbaijan is strengthening its positions in keeping the national cultural memory, supporting development of the science, and implementing its educational mission. I thank you for your attention.
Келесі Әзербайжан ұлттық ғылым академиясының орталық ғылыми кітапханасының қорларды толықтыру бөлімінің меңгерушісі Мамедова Гүлнар Рагипқызы.
I also congratulate you with our professional holiday. We also celebrate the World Day of Books and Copyrights, which is celebrated on the 23rd of April and was supported by UNESCO. We have prepared the slides, so let me show the slides to you. This is our Central Scientific Library, and together with the books, we also have electronic books. So the literature which is stored in our fund it's important what kind of books and literature are stored in our library, and the authors that provide provide books to the library, they want us to publish their books at the website of our library, and when we accept the books, we also give the author certificate. We also ask for the electronic version of this book. When getting the electronic version, the book is always tries to preserve the electronic rights, copyrights, and so we make a authorship agreement with the author, with the writer. So this is how our author agreement looks like. There are 8 points saying that the user is our library and the users are our readers. We show the legal data of the author, and the author should provide electronic version for free for the library. So we can also sign an agreement for sale. So we guarantee to our authors that their books will be only in the online. You can only read them, not by downloading, not scanning. The authorship agreement is signed by the director. It is valid for 10 years in 2 copies. One is provided to the author. The second copy is retained with our library. From the beginning of the year, we have signed 110 authorship agreements. So we stamp our books. There is a PDF sign in order to not to have the repeated scanning. So that's how our books look like. Those that have electronic variant, electronic copy, they have a PDF stamp. And we always promise to the author that their copyrights are going to be protected, and we're trying not to violate them. So we thank you and congratulate you with your holiday. Thank you so much. I wish success. I wish you success and good luck. Next is Borisov Vasily from the National Library of Sakha, or Yakutia. We were very pleased, and we congratulate you with the professional holiday. Congratulations from Yakutsk. We wish you all the best, happiness, and good health. So we wanted to share our experience on using new technologies and AI in our common work. We started this back in 2020, when the first LLMs became accessible. All these projects were developed independent, in a silos approach. First, our service, which is quite actively used. We've tried to make the communication of the reader with the library as simple as it is as possible by modern technologies. So when the reader this is done using LLM. We have access to digital content in our library, audio, video, multimedia, books, newspapers, and that's how we are trying to ease the path of our readers to information and knowledge. There is electronic library. There are a lot of books, and so that's why the LLMs should prosper there, working with the text. We have here 2 solutions, 2 modules. First allows to summarize a text, without violating its content, generating IP, but it's not enough. The scientific publications could be somewhat difficult. When we're talking about this, we're talking about chat with the document. When we talk about this with other audience, we talk about chat with the book. So there is an article about the properties of super powerful lasers, and here I cannot explain all the formulas, but this can be done by AI. It allows to which exists now. That's as to our readers. In our libraries we have a lot of mechanical processes that should be performed by AI. So that our users, our colleagues can do something creative. So that's how we generate bibliographic records in a smart format, which is used in Russia. So so if the book comes in an electronic format, so what we get is a machine reading bibliographic record, and here a person can check. So then we try to generate bibliographic. So it's UGK, and we need to try to provide modern articles. So so this can be published electronically, or it can be ready for paper publishing. There are other types of bibliographical records. There are thematic records. For their generation, there is a separate module. When we work with this module, bibliographer first talks to the system. The task of the system to take all input data, such a data, such a period, such a legal address, and then generating the structure. Bibliographer can support if and then it generates the sign by artificial intelligence. And so the readers can reach the end of our books much faster than before it was manual. Now we have developed a module we applied. So we are trying to extract data where we need to understand where a certain article starts and where it ends, and to generate bibliographical record according to the state standards and the standards which are reporting to this source. And they can use the article that they are looking after. This can be done manually, but they would take it as very... As of now, there is an experiment with 21 subjects of Russian Federation, 21 regions, a lot of central subjects. Also there is web archiving. understand that content on the internet is appearing quite fast. It's difficult to verify it, so that's why it's done by a machine. When a catalog support guy finds something, he uses the bottle. All metadata, they generated automatically. That's it from me. Thank you for your attention. So this is the end of the online translation, and with that we thank you, and we stop this online session and interpreting. Thank you. So let me speak from here. Let me congratulate you with this great holiday. I'm very pleased to be here. I represent automated integrated library system, Mega Pro. So yesterday we had a big holiday, big conference about information technologies for the libraries and the solutions that are available in Mega Pro. The number of participants was more than 1,000. And perhaps some of you have connected by Zoom to this translation. And since there are demands for this to explain what it's all about, the main goal which we are after is digital transformation of a library. This is the new level of efficiency of the library while providing new digital services to the readers. But this can be interpreted as a transformation from the library with traditional functions to multifunctional library of the future, which is a powerful cultural center, educational center, which has opportunities for modern information technologies. So how this can be achieved? And in order to achieve digital transformation, we need the software. And in the library, automated library system, determines whether it's modern library or not. Modern library system is based on web technologies. Web technologies is where we live for several decades. All these websites of government services where you can buy products, order some goods is based on web technologies. So it penetrates all our activities, and it's good when they are applied in library technologies. The systems that are based on web technologies, all ARMs are web modules. So access to any function of the system is done through the web browser. Not only to the reader function, but to all other functions. The librarians are also using web browsers. So this is a list of integrated library systems, ILS. There are dozens of systems that are used throughout the world, and these are web systems. So for the there is no question which system to use. It's only a web system that can be used. So as to Mega Pro ILS, it's a system based on modern web technologies. So nothing, you don't need to install anything on your screen. This can be a computer or a mobile device. It all works in Mega Pro. It doesn't matter how modern the PC is and where the reader is located and the librarian in the library or on a business trip or in a summer house. They can use and work with this library system. Also, it's 100% remote administration. You don't need to chase IT specialists to come to your working place. This can be done remotely by entering the system. So these are the classical modules for automation of library technologies, catalogs, collections, subscription, registration. For the readers, there is electronic library module, which is available on desktop, and there is a mobile version for smartphones. There is an administration module. So I'd like to share what this library system provides practically. The system has a high level of flexibility and can be installed at the separate server. So if you have you can install this system and it becomes corporate center through which all libraries work that are included into your corporation, into your territory. So what are you getting? It's a comprehensive automation of library business process. We understand that a library is a complex information and there is a network of relationship between the librarians, the employees, and it should be automated at the workplace, at the level of the library. And if we talk about libraries that are corporations, then there is interaction provided on this screen. So what can be achieved by AI, which works with the Chinese network. You can generate annotation. We have intellectual robot which can get ready recording. So there is a ready mark record. If you are not the first that are creating this, it's available in Mark 21 and in Mark format. There is also a complex of services based on web browsers properties. There is entire universe. There are a lot of things available there. And also, thanks to using Mega Pro, you can implement the single reader's ID. So since all Mega Pro are located at the main library, all databases of readers can be united. So you can have single control. And of course it's important that all our services, they are to satisfy the readers' demands. So we have implemented some modern digital services such as language support, and for Kazakhstan we have standard service of Kazakh and Russian, or English is available. So you can, there is a special table where you can introduce any languages. So there could be problems with Chinese fonts, but we have all the search opportunities working with electronic libraries. There is a self-registration service and also services based on artificial intelligence. So what it's all about? First of all, there is interaction with AI, informing readers of a book found. So to continue this webinar, we are applying AI for the readers' benefits. AI can find what kind of a book it's all about and searching for the electronic catalog, not just on the internet, but your own catalog, and it offers to the reader as options. Also, there is a service on web browsers platform, such as for visually impaired, which is a result of the system based on web technology. So, talking about web technology, most libraries are far from web technologies. They are using the systems that were born in 1990s, when there was no internet, no mobile communication, but they're continuing to use it. Probably it's time for Abyss is following the web technology. So nobody is using is using outdated mobile phones, but using smartphones. So that's the future. In Mega Pro, we support everything which is related to RFID equipment. Our system is implemented here with local library system. The central Almaty Library. Here the digital transformation is solved in a new way. But in general, we are used in Astana, central library system, but a number of next important slide is interaction with the environment, with other information systems. Also using Face IDs. So in order to provide this interaction, there is a set of tools, including based on API, information systems. There is also interaction with external systems, single window, and it's important to provide a library interaction. So this is not a new topic. So the readers using their module, they want to have the search using their electronic catalog and other libraries. So this is the picture which explains that from a single piece and I'd like to show you this picture where there is a KBTU, Kazakhstan British Technical University, scientific library. It's electronic catalog. And we have implemented this service which allows the KBTU students not only to search in its catalog, but in a catalog of several libraries and in municipal libraries of Almaty, because the students can be readers of a public library. And this service attracts new readers. So in KBTU as a technical library may not have all the fiction books. So Mega Pro is automated library system which can be used at the level of a small library, on the level of the national library, regional, municipal library. So it's a very flexible system which has an opportunity to interact with other information systems and equipment on the level of the library. Next slide. And the last, all of this is available when you put it on your site, on your server, and when you don't have your own server, when it's not very powerful. or when you have a small library and you need to automate it, you don't have IT specialists, you don't have hardware, you can join our cloud service. You won't have to think about your server, who is doing the backup, and this web server, cloud server, is located in Astana. It is one of the largest data centers in Kazakhstan. It's Trans Telecom data center, which is huge corporation, and there Mega Pro is hosted as a service. You subscribe to it and use it. It's one of the options. Just for your understanding, the system is registered in Kazakhstan. So we have received the confirmation and certificate from Kazpatent, patent. So you can, there is a resource megaprolib.kz where there is a presentation about MegaPro in both in Russian and in Kazakh languages. So more detailed information is provided there. Also, you can make a picture of this slide. This is our representative, our exclusive distributor in Kazakhstan. As to using Mega Pro, our doors are always open in KBTU, Kazakh British Technical University, and its director of the library can help you with any issues, any questions.
Владимир Тимофеевич мырзаға үлкен алғысымызды білдіреміз. Рахмет.